Crypto's biggest lender, Genesis Global Capital, has halted withdrawals and loan applications, throwing the harrowed crypto business white flag. Are they going to make it through this? DeFi services are experiencing an increased use due to centralized exchange exodus. Is this a sign of things to come? All this and more in today's crypto news. Let's get into it. Another big player has been hit following the collapse of FTX exchange. Genesis Global Capital, crypto's biggest lending service by far, announced today that they are pausing withdrawals and loan applications. Here's the tweet. Genesis says, "Our number one priority is to serve our clients and preserve their assets. Therefore, in consultation with our professional financial advisors and counsel, we have taken the difficult decision to temporarily suspend redemptions and new loan originations in the lending business." Here's some background on Genesis. It was started in 2013 by Barry Silbert, the owner of Digital Currency Group, which is a massive player in the crypto space. For some context, Digital Currency Group owns big players like CoinDesk, Grayscale Investments, and the crypto exchange app Luno. Luno is a massive trading app. It had advertisements all over Melbourne last year due to the 2021 price rise. You couldn't take a look at a bus stop or a tram without seeing Luno advertising. Digital Currency Group also owns Genesis. So Genesis was originally an over-the-counter trading desk for large-scale crypto. It evolved to be the largest lending desk and the largest trading desk in crypto by far. Recent snapshot figures show from 2021, they had lent out about 130 billion, have 12.5 billion in active loans, and 116.5 billion in spot trading values. Absolutely massive. So where did the difficulty start? We have to go back a bit earlier this year to the Three Arrows Capital collapse. Genesis was their biggest creditor. They lent them $2.4 billion. Genesis filed a $1.2 billion claim against Three Arrows Capital, and Digital Currency Group assumed the $1.2 billion liability. Genesis had exposure to Babel Finance, which is kind of like the BlockFi of Asia, another crypto staking and lending service. Here's the problem. Most of the high staking yield products that people have been using on services like BlockFi, Celsius, Voyager, and even Gemini Earn very likely trace back to Genesis. For example, if I give money to Gemini Exchange and they put it in their Earns program for a yield, they would then lend that money to Genesis, who might put it in a fund to lend it to other people. The liquidity of Genesis loans is very important because the yield services that retail customers use in these businesses kind of hinge on their solvency. So Genesis is like the central capital farm for crypto. We'll cover this story as it progresses. Stay tuned in the coming days. DeFi platforms see profits amidst FTX collapse and centralized exchange exodus. Crypto users are jumping to decentralized exchange platforms as the centralized exchanges have been experiencing an exodus from the recent FTX fallout. Uniswap, one of the largest DeFi exchanges by volume, saw 1.1 billion in trading volume on November 14th, second only to Binance. This could be an indicator of things to come. As the hacks and bad behavior of centralized services are on the rise, the public image of centralized crypto finance is becoming unsavory to say the least. In the coming years, we may see an increase in demand for DeFi services as users become more comfortable with an end-to-end crypto service being handled entirely by code. Just as well, Uniswap is at a standard now where it's ready to handle being a first point of contact for crypto newbies. After all the negative media that has come out around centralized exchanges, I would expect this trend to pick up pretty fast. It's an interesting developing trend. When you couple this with the news we covered recently around hardware wallet sales from Trezor rising by 300% since the FTX fallout, slowly we're learning that self-custody and using these decentralized services that don't involve other people handling our crypto is the way to go. These are the signs of maturation of the field that will push us towards a more interwoven crypto experience in the mainstream. Although the amount of users trading has increased, the TVL, the total value locked of DeFi protocols, has lagged, indicating that overall crypto markets are down. MakerDAO, DeFi's largest protocol with 6.5 billion of total value locked, has increased addresses by a third in the last week. The other top 10 protocols have also attracted huge jumps in users, with Aave, the lending protocol, notching a 70% increase, and Curve Adex a 63% spike. Lender Compound and Yield Booster Convex also drove 30% rise in users, according to data Nansen shared with The Defiant. DeFi is becoming the safe haven during the crypto turbulence because the risk is absorbed by the user and not by the service providers. We're finding out that the risk of giving crypto to the service providers is higher than expected or more unhealthy than expected. So the consequence of this is a willingness to attempt to trust these DeFi protocols, which are a little more uncomfortable because the trading is not handled just by people. Hit the like button if you haven't already and subscribe for more daily crypto news content. Coachella NFTs sold for 1.5 million, now they're stuck on FTX. Following the FTX collapse, owners of FTX NFTs are not able to take them off the platform. Oh, what a disaster. This amounts to billions of dollars lost in values of NFTs that are stuck in FTX. Users have been attempting to transfer the Solana-based NFTs to external self-custodied wallets and now can't see the artwork due to server issues on the FTX side. This has affected projects from major music labels, sporting brands, concert festivals like Coachella and Tomorrowland, and Formula One's themed NFT collections. Coachella announced a partnership with FTX in February that amounted to millions in NFT sales, and now Coachella Discord users are reporting they can't retrieve their assets. Here's the main problem. Unlike many NFT marketplaces, FTX's NFT marketplace was a custodial platform, which means that they were holding the users' NFTs for them and they weren't just referencing them. Their marketplace was centralized. What fixes this? DeFi, guys. We are on our way to crypto being DeFi first. Taking the hard road to get there, but we are going to get there. Hit the like button if you haven't already and subscribe for more daily crypto news content.